Angel Reese, back in the gym, working on her pull-up, bang. Working on her midi, working on her mid-range game, 15 to 17 feet out, being able to create some space for herself. Yes, this looks embarrassingly slow. No, it is not in slow motion. This is just what we have to work with right now.
The Indiana Fever players have been hard at work in the gym this offseason, sharing workout videos that have gone viral, with Caitlin Clark's garnering nearly 2 million views within a day. Meanwhile, Angel Reese's PR team recently released her own training video, which seems to be a desperate attempt to keep up with the Fever's rising success.
Let's get it! Knockdown! Bang!
Man, we got a fire on the poop deck. Watch out! Watch out! Watch out! 4!
Bang!
Mayday!
Mayday!
Clear the runway! Brace for impact! AR-5 coming in heavy!
Bang!
Look alive, sunshine. Long 2, will it go through? Haha, no chance. Bang. Is it me, or is there only 2 rows behind the bench and they're like half full? I get better attendance on Monday nights in my men's league.
Come on, man! Bang!
The Fever's workout videos feature players like Aaliyah Boston honing their post moves and Lexi Hall sharpening her three-point shooting skills for actual game scenarios. In contrast, Angel Reese's video showcases her mimicking Steph Curry while shooting three-pointers, an area where she hardly needs improvement, especially after posting a troubling 44.5% shooting percentage from under 5 feet last season. Let's delve into the underlying issues and explore why Reese and her team may be missing the larger picture entirely.
We got some footage from in the lab. That's right. She's in the damn gym. I'm just going to keep it real. I guess hell has frozen over, but she is in the gym practicing shots. And as you can imagine, there's real reaction to this.
Have you seen how the entire Indiana Fever team has been dedicated to the gym this offseason? Their workout videos are not only going viral, but also illustrating what true championship preparation entails. Unlike other teams that merely talk about their efforts, the Fever players are actively documenting their transformation, showcasing their commitment to improvement step by step.
How are you doing? Good, how are you? So finally meeting you.
Yes.
What truly stands out in these training sessions is the precision displayed by players like Sophie Cunningham and Lexi Hall. They aren't merely shooting aimlessly. Instead, they are meticulously refining their three-point shooting, enhancing their finishing through contact, and developing mid-range games that align seamlessly with Aaliyah Clark's court vision. Hall's focus is particularly noteworthy as she hones her catch-and-shoot technique and practices running through screenplays, key components of the Fever's motion offense that will generate scoring opportunities next season. What distinguishes these videos from typical off-season content is the presence of Keith Porter, the Fever's player development coach. He provides hands-on guidance rather than just observing from the sidelines. Porter even accompanied Aaliyah Boston in Massachusetts, emphasizing the team's dedication to nurturing each player's growth. These workouts aren't generic shooting sessions. They are tailored experiences designed to address specific areas for improvement.
What up, Fever family? It's Coach Keith Porter. Today I got Aaliyah Boston in the gym. We're gonna working on some footwork, getting up and down the floor. Just working on being better today.
Are you ready for my hit?
We'll make 5 hours. Build them backwards.
Yeah.
So eventually we're gonna get to like our whole set, but we're gonna isolate every single action and motion in it.
Yeah.
So this is just one of those fucked up motions.
Aaliyah Boston's training showcases a narrative of strategic growth. After teams adapted defensively against her late last season, she's responding by mastering left-hand post moves and honing a dependable floater. This isn't mere coincidence, it's intentional skill development, tailored to counter the challenges she encountered. Boston isn't just working out, she's purposefully evolving her game for greater success. The veterans are deeply engaged, with Natasha Howard, Brianna Turner, and Dana Bonner concentrating on pick-and-roll maneuvers to maximize the opportunities presented by Clark's passing. This blend of individual skill enhancement and team strategy highlights how the Fever are cultivating something remarkable: a cohesive system where each player's growth contributes to the overall success of the team.
I train about 4 or 5 days a week. A lot of young guns out there now that, they want to take your spot, and I don't blame them, but it's going to be hard because I'm going to go after it.
What's truly intriguing about these workout videos is their direct correlation to real game scenarios. When Lexi Hall practices particular shots, it's not just random drills. It illustrates how she'll score next season as Clark attracts defenders and passes the ball out. Every movement is intentional, and every repetition holds significance.
Lexi Hall being back in Indiana in the gym, working out. We saw Keith Porter in there. We saw Lexi shooting her shots. We saw Lexi with reverse layups.
This isn't merely about players getting in shape. It's a championship strategy unfolding in real time. Each player is focusing on their specific weaknesses while simultaneously boosting their strengths, all within a unified system aimed at optimizing their shared talent. The Fever aren't just looking to improve. They're systematically constructing an offensive powerhouse where every component aligns perfectly. The distinction between genuine preparation and mere pretense has become unmistakable. While the Fever players dedicated themselves to rigorous training in gyms nationwide, Angel Reese's PR team felt the need to showcase her training as well. However, basketball fans quickly sensed something off about this conveniently timed workout video and weren't afraid to voice their skepticism.
Angel Reese back in the gym practicing the 15 to 17 foot, but we see a lot in the Angel Reese practice footage of her working on this type of game, right? There's not too many practice videos that have been released on the Angel Reese front that doesn't involve her working with Lisa Leslie, that you see her working on her post moves, working around finishing around the basket, finishing around the rim.
Talk about what's actually in this video. Angel Reese, a 6'3" post player who struggled mightily with finishing at the rim last season, is shown practicing long 2-pointers and 3-pointers.
Let's examine the content of this video. Angel Reese, a 6'3" post player who faced significant challenges finishing at the rim last season, is seen practicing long 2-minners and 3-minner shots she seldom attempts or succeeds with during games. This mismatch between her actual on-court shortcomings and her training focus has left analysts and fans perplexed.
Nobody's guarding you. There's no chance you're gonna get your shot blocked if you take a 3. Nobody's guarding you. There's like no way. Way! How does she get her shot blocked all the time, man? I don't get it! Never seen a professional basketball player make a layup look so awkward, so uncoordinated. Goes off the wrong foot. Call it the poopity scoopity shot. Bang! When little bro thinks he can play against the big bro. Who's your daddy? Bang! Angel, do the Dirk. Yeah, the Dirk. That fall away. Do it. Yeah, look at that bag work. Bang! This league rocks. Bang!
Chicago Sky supporters are particularly frustrated. One fan asked, why is it Angel Reese's PR team releasing this instead of the Chicago Sky? Another highlighted the clear issue. She should focus on enhancing her inside game, yet she's practicing 3-pointers that don't align with her role. This criticism illustrates a fan base that grasps basketball fundamentals far better than the training showcase.
Feel somebody on your left side, like Pope says. Feel somebody on your left side, turn right. Feel somebody on your right side, turn left. We don't really see that with the Angel Reese workout videos. We see a lot of this, a lot of jump shots, set shots, catch and shoot, dribble, shot, dribble, pull up. Maybe we'll take it to the lane from 15 feet out on a drive, but not too much post play.
What stands out in Reese's video is the glaring absence of the Chicago Sky coaching staff, showcasing a lack of structured development plans or professional guidance to tailor her drills toward her specific weaknesses. Instead, it's just Angel, a camera, and what appears to be a hastily organized session aimed more at social media than genuine improvement. Given that Reese shot an alarming 44.5% from under 5 feet, considered one of the worst percentages in WNBA history for a player taking that many shots, it's puzzling why she's prioritizing perimeter shooting over improving her finishing skills. Her overall field goal percentage of 39.1% last season strongly indicates a pressing need to focus on layups and close-range scoring rather than 3-point shooting.
This is like WNBA leveling up and all eyes on her now. I think that she knows that she has to completely restructure her form because that is not the way to be efficient in the post position that she is in. At the post position that she's in, a layup is supposed to be a given. She needs to improve her touch around the rim, like all over the place, but she seems to take these desperation shots.
Even more revealing is Reese's apparent disregard for advice from basketball legends. Lisa Leslie reportedly encouraged her to focus on her inside game, and Shaquille O'Neal has also shared similar guidance. Yet, instead of honing her post moves, she's opting to launch jumpers. The timing is telling. This seems less like a part of a structured development program and more like a reaction to the viral training videos from other players. Basketball experts have criticized her video as all flash and little substance, indicating it prioritizes style over genuinely addressing her weaknesses.
If Angel Reese was my power forward, and he saw this chart that we're looking at right now, and I see that when she's close around the basket finishing on layups, she's shooting 42%. And when I see Camila Cardoso around the basket finishing on layups, bottom of the chart, folks, she's finishing at a 56% clip. Well, if I'm Tyler Marsh, I am saying to myself, okay, let's make sure that this paint is not congested. So when we hand it to our big girl, when we hand it to our higher pick of the two from the 2024 WNBA draft, when we hand it to the better finisher out of the two, when we hand it to the better player out of the two offensively, let's make sure this paint is open so she has some room to operate.
You don't have to be a professional coach to recognize the issue when a player with evident finishing problems focuses on the wrong skills. This behavior indicates either a lack of self-awareness or inadequate developmental guidance, both of which are concerning for a young athlete's career trajectory. When basketball experts emphasize the importance of statistics, they mean it. Beneath Reese's polished Instagram workouts lies a statistical reality that would make any shooting coach cringe, and the situation worsens the deeper you examine the data. Her struggles extend far beyond the immediate basket area, as she's shooting less than 15% from 5 to 9 feet, an alarming deficiency for a post player's offensive skill set. Just imagine, making fewer than 2 shots out of every 10 attempts from so close to the hoop is not merely a cold streak. It's a fundamental technical issue that demands urgent attention.
It's just a fact. She is, it's more than a fact. She is not good at layups. But I was looking at her stats. I jotted some down right here, and she shoots an abysmal 39% from the field. She shot below 50% on shots less than 5 feet away, which is bad. And even worse than that is that shots from 5 to 9 feet, 13%.
What's particularly enlightening is the rebounding illusion these struggles generate. Nearly 40% of Reese's rebounds last season came after her own missed shots. While securing your own miss demonstrates hustle, such frequency creates a statistical facade that artificially inflates rebounding numbers, concealing one of the most inefficient finishing rates for a player of her height and position. It's essentially basketball's version of failing upward. Miss, rebound, miss again, and repeat.
Great. She can get back to building that brick house on the hoop like she did last year. With her shot release, I don't know how she gets any shots off. Well, you heard what I said. And look, the guy's being objectively just critical when it comes to basketball. With that release, how is she getting shots off? It's real slow. It's a good question.
Professional shooting coaches have identified specific mechanical flaws that are hindering Reese's performance. Her release point often begins too low, frequently at chest level, which leads to a pushing motion instead of a fluid shooting stroke. Even more concerning is her tendency to cross her wrists during her shooting motion, disrupting the necessary alignment for accuracy. These are not minor adjustments. They are fundamental issues that require a comprehensive technical overhaul. The contrast with Aaliyah Boston is striking. Playing in a similar position, Boston shot an impressive 55.2% from the field in her rookie season, exemplifying what effective post play truly looks like. The 16-1 percentage difference underscores the gap between a player who can consistently capitalize on high percentage opportunities and one who fails to do so.
Why in the world are we working on layups or not working on layups when you got such a problem and you're so inefficient with your inside ball game? I just don't understand it. All right. Not only that, but that release is still draggy and slow. All right. You're a 4. Why are you shooting that far away? I get it. Eventually, you got to develop a jump shot. But you got to get the fundamentals down first.
Boston's method for improvement further illustrates the disconnect in training approaches. Her workouts meticulously focus on footwork drills, touch finishes around the rim, and left-hand development, all skills that directly address the demands of her position. In contrast, Reese's workouts emphasize perimeter shots, which she rarely takes or makes during actual games, overlooking the pressing issues with her interior finishing. It doesn't take an expert in player development to see the problem. Reese is practicing the wrong skills entirely. When a 6'3" post player with dismal finishing statistics prioritizes three-point attempts in her workouts, it indicates a troubling lack of self-awareness regarding her true role and weaknesses. This misalignment between statistical realities and practice focus is not only disappointing, it poses a potential career-limiting risk in a league where roster spots are highly competitive and player development windows close swiftly. Addressing the wrong issues is a luxury no player can afford. In the WNBA, career longevity is determined not by social media followers, but by evolution. The paths that Clark and Reese choose now may distinguish a future Hall of Famer from a forgotten name in the game's history.
But now they're in that world. And so my only advice is usually just to make sure they keep basketball the main thing, because at the end of the day, that is your vehicle. It's your vehicle to, Angel Reese has a podcast. It's her vehicle to be a podcaster, right? Whatever Caitlin ends up doing, it's the vehicle to get you to that point. So you always want to make sure that part doesn't fall.
Veterans like Diana Taurasi and Sue Bird didn't achieve 2 decades of dominance by chance. Their success came from a relentless pursuit of improvement. They consistently enhanced their skills, adapting to evolving defensive strategies. This model for long-term success is something Clark seems to grasp instinctively, whereas Ree appears to be taking a different route. Clark's methodical focus on her weaknesses, such as mastering pressure handling, broadening her mid-range shooting, and finishing through contact, illustrates a strategic development process. This isn't random growth, it's a purposeful evolution following the trail blazed by multiple MVPs.
She's back in her natural habitat, back in the lab, playing basketball, and it's got to be a scary sight for the rest of the WNBA if she gets even better, because it's not as if she wasn't absolutely phenomenally elite as a rookie and arguably the best player in the league after the Olympic break.
Meanwhile, Reese's focus seems confusingly divided. As her social media following grows, her fundamental basketball deficiencies remain unaddressed. The history of the WNBA serves as a sobering reminder. Many former top draft picks have floundered after their rookie contracts, unable to evolve beyond their initial strengths. The defensive tactics that exposed Reese's weaknesses last season will only become more sophisticated as time goes on. Without a significant shift in her approach, she risks becoming predictable. Basketball development experts highlight the second year as a crucial turning point, a make-or-break phase where players must confront their vulnerabilities or risk being exploited by opponents. While Clark is actively pursuing growth during this window, it seems Reese is more focused on brand partnerships and media opportunities.
It's a balance. You have to find that balance. But when you look at some of the other athletes, particularly men, who've set a little bit of a blueprint in terms of the business and the sport, you never see LeBron miss a workout.
What's particularly alarming for Sky fans is how Reese's marketability is already surpassing her contributions on the court, a precarious imbalance that seldom ends well in professional sports. The WNBA spotlight can be harsh and transient. When initial intrigue fades, only skill development ensures lasting success. The differing approaches of Clark and Reese highlight a fundamental truth about professional sports careers. Clark is meticulously crafting a foundation for over a decade of elite play by tackling specific weaknesses that previously hindered her performance. Her dedication indicates an understanding that sustained relevance demands ongoing reinvention. In contrast, Reese risks having her potential limited by the skills she entered the league with, rather than what she can cultivate moving forward.
I just don't understand why she practices this move. She will never use it in the game, and who is actually going to be faked out by it? She seems like she should be working on layups. I mean, I don't know what else to say. Seriously. A lot of people saying the same thing. Everybody knows what the big of deficiency there is, and it's within 5 foot. Within 5 foot of the basket. That shot had a 2-factor authentication. Okay. I can't dispute that. Forget step back shots, layup drills, man. Work on what Lisa Leslie taught you.
As we examine the Indiana Fever's offseason strategy, basketball analysts are recognizing more than just viral moments. They're witnessing a potential blueprint for a dynasty. The Fever's methodical approach to skill development is far from random. It's a meticulously crafted system where each player's progress aligns with the team's overarching vision. What sets this strategy apart is its sharp contrast to teams that depend solely on individual star power. The Fever's developmental framework provides every player with a defined path to enhance their specific role, optimizing their contributions within the larger system. This focus on team building through targeted skill improvement could be the game changer when the 2025 season commences. For Fever fans, the enthusiasm extends beyond just the next season. It's about laying the groundwork for a franchise that has the potential to dominate the WNBA for years to come. If you share this belief, don't hesitate to leave your thoughts in the comments. If you enjoyed, leave a like and subscribe. More videos are on screen now.